What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I'm here to bring to you my takeaway and analysis video for this week's game versus Wisconsin. Before I get started, if you can, please leave a like on the video as it definitely helps out the channel. And let me know how you feel about the game in the comment section below. Were you satisfied with the results? Are you shocked by it? Uh, you know, is it what you expected? Let me know how you feel about the game in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoy my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. So, this game definitely did not go the way I thought it was going to go. To be honest with you, definitely surprised at the results. Um, I mean, to defensively, if you take away that first drive, scripted drive by Wisconsin, the defense played a hell of a game. Giving up 3 points after that opening drive, very impressive. Kind of concerned about the fact that I thought that we'd be able to get more pressure. Uh, you know, that was a concern for me. After the way the defensive line had played for the past two games, seeing them kind of revert back to how they were in the first couple of games is definitely a reason for concern. But overall, being able to hold your opponent to 3 points after giving up that opening drive touchdown is very, very good. So I'm pleased with that. But definitely a lot of concern. Now, I've always preached on this channel that I feel that the bye week is overrated. I hate it. It's never good. Um, Thankfully, both teams were coming off the bye, so they're both in that same boat. But to me, it was like Michigan had to get back into the swing of things, and it took them a while, like they were out of sorts. So, you know, I know we have one more bye later on in the year. Not exactly looking forward to that, but yeah, the bye didn't. To me, it never helps. It always seems to hurt, and it seemed like that was the case. Now, one thing that I felt that was strange was the end of the game. You fought to score. I'm talking about Wisconsin now. You fought. You haven't done anything all game. You finally get a drive. Your drive stalls out. You kick a field goal. I mean, I get it. You're down 2 scores. You do an onside kick, and then after that, it's like you just packed it in. You don't call any timeouts. There was no sense of urgency. It was like you just gave up after you couldn't recover the onside kick. It was like 2.5 minutes left in the game. The 2-minute timeout. You had 3 timeouts left, and you didn't call one of them. I mean, that's just a bad look. If I'm a player on the Wisconsin team, you went through all that, and then you just gave up. I don't know what's going to happen to Luke Fickell, man. He might not make it to next week. Like, that just looked like he just told the players, I know you fought so hard to score, but we're just gonna give up and lose, which is crazy to me. But it is what it is. As far as the game goes, I guess, I'm okay with it, but I'm still disappointed with it. The drops are still there. I mean, they're killing us. Drive killing drops. Uh, you know, that is still an issue. Going forward, definitely please more Andrew Marsh. Forget Shannon Goodwin. I mean, I didn't understand why it wasn't Marsh to begin with. Maybe it was that he needed time to mature. That's what the vibes I kept getting, that the talent was there, but maybe not knowing the plays, the playbook, not blocking right, not doing enough work and practice to gain the trust of the coaches. Maybe that's all factored in him not being able to play more, because obviously you can see that, we need his big playability. Um, Obviously McCulley. I mean, when was the last time you saw Michigan with 100-yard wide receiver? I know it's been a minute. So McCulley is pretty much shorthanded. Like, that you throw him the ball, he's gonna go up and he's gonna get it. But after that, who is there? Goodwin has had drops. Samaj, inconsistent. I mean, I know that he can make. He's more of like a, I don't know, like a gadget guy, slot guy. Catching bubble screens and stuff like that. But I don't know who else there is other than Marsh and McCulley as far as wide receivers go. So that has to continue. The running game, it was good. I mean, obviously it wasn't as good as the past couple of games, but there's a reason for that. But still, Justice Haynes still got his 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's been a monster for us, and it's a shame that he didn't do better. But I mean, when you got guys just whiffing on blocks, I mean, what are you going to do? Our offensive line this game was very, very bad. And that's saying that I mean, what can you say? Sprague was awful this game. He whiffed on so many blocks. Wisconsin's defensive end, Rager, was like, he was in the backfield like the whole game. So, like, what can you do as a running back where you get the ball handed off to you and immediately you're getting hit before you can even make a move? So something's got to give with that. Sprague was struggling this game. Maybe next game we see Blake Frazier there. I don't know. But that was a rough game. Whether it be run blocking, pass protecting, our offensive line struggled this game. And to be honest with you, is part of the reason why this game was as close as it was. We couldn't move the football the way we wanted to. And we would have some drives where there was some success, and then we get pushed backwards, or there would be like a running play where we're behind the sticks because someone whiffed on a block. And, it was just a back and forth game. And that's why I was shocked that Wisconsin didn't put up more of a fight at the end. Like, they played probably their best game of the season. Showed a lot of fight. Their defense held up. Now, in the end, Bryce ended up having his best passing game of the year, for about, I think it was like 270 yards. And we were still able to run the football somewhat effectively. So, it's a win. We'll take the win, but we have to play better if we have any chance of there's all this talk of sniffing the playoffs. We got to play better than what we did this week, or else there's no chance of that. No chance of that. It was good to see Rob Moore back on the field. That was, by the way, offensive pass interference on his interception. But I guess the gods were out there that gave us a break, because this year we've been held up by a bunch of missed calls. Still, to this date, you know, we played 5 games, and I don't think we've been there hasn't been one offensive not passive interference, holding call against that we've drawn all year, which is crazy with all the pressure that we get. And even in this game, I saw a whole bunch of holding and guys getting tackled and no calls. So that in itself is strange. But you know, there's a few more things just to go over. One, I mean, it's Reddit, but you know, looking at the Michigan subreddit, there's a lot of people complaining about Sherrone Moore and saying that, you know, it was better when he was away, and Biff Poggi did this and Biff Poggi did that, and now that he's back, it had nothing to do with Sherrone Moore. So I don't know what these people are talking about. I mean, Sherrone Moore isn't out there, you know, whiffing on blocks. So that in itself just sounded stupid. And another thing Bryce has to work on, I mean, he played a good game, but, and I understand that there was drops, but there was also some throws where he's got to learn, he doesn't have to throw everything like, you know, like he's Randy Johnson. Like, he does have the touch, and there's sometimes, especially when he's rolling out, where he'll just throw a laser beam when it doesn't have to be. Like, some of those drops can be attributed to him just throwing the ball too hard in short distances when he doesn't have to do it. So that's something that he definitely needs to work on. But you know, the play calling was relatively good. I can't blame the game being the way it was on Sherrone Moore. It had nothing to do with that. They didn't play a good enough game. They got things going in the second half. The defense played well. I mean, sometimes it just happens where the team that you play plays an inspired game, better than they played all season. But at the end of the game, we still won by 2 scores. I mean, I guess people would be upset that we didn't cover. But, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the game, or at the end of the day, sorry, all that matters is that we won. We just have to clean up the things that we didn't do well and move on to the next game. That's it. Also, special teams is still a disaster. Samaj back there fielding punts. Still an adventure. Zavada missed another kick, though I'm sure part of that was it was a low snap that threw off his timing. But that needs work. Definitely needs work. But I'm happy for the win. Next week we go on the road. This will be our third biggest test of the year. Is going to USC. So it's one of those cross country games. I'm not sure what the time of the start of the game is. So, you know, that's usually an issue. But we just have to play better. That's all there is to it. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. As always, you know, leave a like on the video as it definitely helps out the channel. Leave me a comment in the comment section below what you felt about the game. And if you enjoyed the content, definitely subscribe to the channel. Anyways, thank you for watching. And as always, go blue.